So, as I've been saying, I'm one of the few people, probably the only person I know of, obviously, who's been seeing this whole issue with regard to Deshaun Watson so much differently. I'm pretty blunt and outspoken about this whole victimhood of women being victimized by this brutal man, and that a black man. We're in a white supremacy bullshit racist country. They love to blame the man and, of course, the black person for everything. But I'm going to take it a step further, okay? Today being the 21st June 2022, and there's significance to that date, me putting that date out there, just a little bit past noon. Oh, I got to get out here shortly. Let me just show you how beautiful it is today. And over here, as you can see. Anyway, I put a lot of this blame on, obviously, the Houston Texans, the NFL, and then now, of course, Jimmy Haslam, Andrew Barry, and little fucking cunt-ass, hoe-ass motherfucker sheriff and prosecutor of Cuyahoga County. I don't care how quiet they want to act, but this is serious, y'all. This is a mental illness that these people have. So OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. And it's severe amongst the ownership of the Houston Texans, the GM, the whole front office people, and then of course somebody used this non-disclosure agreement. We have it reported by the New York Times, and of course Washington Post came out with some things that this was a document, well, probably a pack of these things given to a victim named Mr. Deshaun Watson to use with these, well, not just massage people, but whomever else. I just thought about this too, just now. Do you realize, people? I mean, you're looking at me, I walk around a little bit around here. You probably think there's nothing going on with me, and of course, nothing wrong with me. And then, of course, the eyesight is what it is. You can't tell that I'm legally blind. And I'm not walking, y'all. And it's so bad that, I'm laying horizontally a lot of the day. I'm not really doing more than 2,000 steps in a day. Obviously, I did Hawaii. I keep making a good point that we did 5,000 to 10,000 steps multiple days. Well, whatever. So, I've been denied continuation or even any kind of physical care because of the MS. People say, no, we just can't treat you. I'll give you a good example. Cora. They refuse to continue with me out there in Ormond Beach. I'm at Daytona Beach right now. Just a little bit more than a year ago. And I said, fuck you. I didn't say that to him, but it's like anybody who says, you know what, these things cannot be cured. I say, fuck that. Is there something going on that I'm doing? I believe that all diseases, even as a child, are self-inflicted, and it is to be reversed for you to be in a state of perfectly whole and physically sound, perfect well-being, healthy. That pisses people off, well, especially here in America. But there had been not physical therapists, but massage therapists, whatever acronym they carried after their name, to say, hey, you know what, we've examined your body and your situation. You've gone through more than a dozen different female massage therapists, and you've met them all through Instagram. Not only can I not do this, I'm not going to do this. I can't make your body better. Sexually, I'm not going to be able to appease you. Apparently, he fucked 3 of these, of possibly as many as 66 different massage therapists in the Houston area. Somebody had to say, you know what, mentally, dude, we got to get you checked. This guy right now, this is a serious danger to our society, whereby we have got to, as you know, the top attorney for Cuyahoga County, Cleveland area, of course, Houston, get you mentally checked, boy. People are freaking out about this COVID thing. You know what? We got to report you, motherfucker, Jason Werner, for not. I mean, I've had people jump on me, almost jump on me at Publix down here. I wasn't wearing a maxi pad diaper on my face. Back in 2020, I got back, down to. I think there's a bug trying to land on my arm. They're scared of their own health. Like I might get them sick somehow, which you should. You should definitely, more than 20 different women put their tongue in my mouth during, just to this day. I mean, obviously with the swimming pool. Okay. This was just, we just recently met and we had, that tongue thing going on. She refused. Like, what the hell? This one was funny. I might write a book about this girl who refused to kiss me, but she made me wash my hands before we did everything else. I mean, I'm not kidding you. And she's from the Eastern Europe. Like, what the WTF? Wouldn't kiss me because I didn't have a vaccination. But you want to report somebody for possibly having or spreading COVID or monkeypox, but you've got a guy who's definitely got something going on mentally. Deshaun Watson. Do you realize the team was, I think, 4-12 in 2020? So it's not like they did good. So obviously they're just not winning games, number one. Number two, yeah, he's put up some crazy numbers, led the league in yards passing. This is Jason Werner here. I'm 5'6". You ever heard of Ruben Nerones? I'm 5'6", 130 pounds. I'm not saying I'm gonna get 100 yards, okay? But I can probably get past the line of scrimmage a few times. In the backfield of Mike Shanahan, okay? He ran these offensive sets that, just give me the playbook. Well, you're just handing the ball off to me, so I'm visually impaired. Yeah, I can't really see past the linebackers. We're gonna have issues, but if I can get through the, put a big hole for me, to block for me. You can run a sweep, whatever. I know Vince Lombardi talked more about the sweep than anybody. But my point is, there's situations whereby, I'm not saying this happened. He's a great talent. Maybe, is it possible that they did something at the Houston Texans? Can we give a little credit to the coach, the offensive coordinator, for the yards passing he had? Well, whatever he was doing, it didn't work. It didn't cause him to win. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl, okay? You ever heard of him? Matthew Stafford just won last year. No, it would be technically this year, I think. Yeah, so February, though. And he threw more interceptions. I think he may have led the league in interceptions. I don't know. But he had a lot of picks, okay? Guys that didn't get a lot of picks, obviously Tom Brady. He didn't win the Super Bowl. So the point is like, okay, just because he's a great talent, I'm telling you, he may not, it could just be the system. Oh, well, he's got to agree. He is a great talent, though. Clemson, high school, everywhere. Tore it up. He could be, people are trying to say he's the Michael Jordan of football. So, we got to let that go and look at this other issue with regard to the mental issues going on with this guy. There's a definite need for attention from women. He wants that touch. I've had a lot of people tell me I should get massages for the drop foot, tightness in my hams, obviously the TFL. I'm naming things, TFL, tensor fascial hip area, that are common for people who have multiple sclerosis issues with their drop foot or walking. I've had this since at least 1997 was when I was diagnosed. And then, of course, probably since 93. I'm on my feet still, y'all. And this is, 80, I think it was like 85% of people with multiple sclerosis are inactive. But that might be like, maybe you've had it for like 10 or 20 years. I'm improving, y'all. And if you're not improving on something, that's where you're insane. You got to change things up. The Cleveland Browns need to change shit up. I get it, they changed it up, but you changed it in the wrong way. I mean, you got an extreme racist Jimmy Haslam. So he likes this Baker Mayfield racist boy from Oklahoma, kind of Oklahoma, right? He played for Oklahoma, and you erase the white white, your quarterback, with an all-black set of quarterbacks. But the guy is mentally fucking ill. Severely. I'm telling you, it's obsessive compulsive disorder. 66. Even if it wasn't 66, let's say it's 24 or 26 or 25, whatever it is. The lawsuits. He's not denying the fact that he fucked 3 of these girls. Pounded those. But, as a whole, as a society, I'm telling you right now, I am calling this shit out. You gotta, look at this guy mentally. A good example of this is, what we need to do is suspend him. No, not suspend him, but rather do it like Daniel Gilbert did. They hired this dude. He sounded really good. He had a great voice. Okay, he was a homeless guy in somewhere in Cleveland. I may have even met him. I've served thousands of people with my lovely wife, and then of course on my own throughout the city of Cleveland and down here in Florida, and I've lived among them. So, dude was gonna be like their PA announcer thing, but guess what? They ended up putting him into inpatient therapy for his alcohol addiction. It's considered a disability too, if with certain types of government in the United States of America. So, Deshaun Watson's got a mental illness, as well as Deshaun Watson, Jimmy Haslam. Ownership of their obsession is to win, but you gotta win it with integrity and mental soundness. You can definitely say that people like Tom Brady, Eli Manning, I remember, Phil Simms. I'm mentioning Phil Simms. I'm thinking about the Buffalo Bills because they went 4 times. They never won. Doug Williams. These are mentally sound people. Joe Montana, Troy Aikman. Nobody would ever doubt or denounce their mental aptitude. Patrick Mahomes, hello. He's there, man. It's about integrity and dignity. So he needs to be okay. So that what happened to that dude was he wasn't suspended, the announcer for the Cleveland Cavaliers, by Daniel Gilbert. Rather, he was paid leave. There's got to be some kind of stipulation, because the NFLPA is looking at this like, oh, you're just fucking with our player. We're gonna go after these accusations of things that happened to the owners. And I called out this issue with regard to Robert Kraft. It's not down too far from here. In Jupiter, I guess he was doing things with alleged underage females. Which, okay, fine, if it wasn't that, then still, what is with this whole issue? I've been in massage places whereby they do stuff like that, and there's nobody more sexual than me. But I'm not doing massages for... The disclosure is medical, okay? Whatever it is, if I wanted something sexual, it's going to be disclosed that way, all right? And it should be. I mean, it's like it's a given. It's obvious, Why are you going to a swingers club? Why are you going to a strip club that has it right on the... There's actually a strip club in, I think it's called Diamond something, in Clearwater. It says that there will be sexual activity going on in this place on the board right before you go in on the door. And they allow that stuff, I guess the government maybe, or something like that somehow. Or, people are going to be showing off their bodies in a provocative, naked way. Nakedly, I would say that. So, there's a disclosure. So these massotherapists or whatever, they themselves need to say, oh, no, it's ain't happening. Somebody at some point should have said something, and I'm saying something right now that you got to put Deshaun Watson on paid leave. There's got to be a way to do that, like with insurance or something like that. Somebody's got to take accountability for this and responsibility. We see some shit going on. Everybody's seen this in our society. It is extreme to have more than 10 different in 17 months. Now, one of the reasons why I've had so many different physical therapists is because I'm, in Ohio, and then now we got Florida. All right, I'll give you a shot. Give you a chance. Okay, so a good example, though, was that core situation. A man literally said to me, "It's your MS. We can't improve your muscles." And of course, I went against it. I have a physical therapist now, whereby this should be the last one, and I think I finally figured out how to crack the code. How to really get this thing going, get the walk to be more stabilized, and just walk more properly. Like most people don't even walk properly, and then they're gonna wonder why they have. 85% of Americans suffer with back pain. Is it possible that look at me, my son, Jason Jr., and even Levi, they were even Haven, Ruby, walking exactly as Dada. It's like, and now I realize that the way I was walking even as a child, up until really 2015, that's when I had issues. Not walking as.
How you doing, man?
What's up, now?
Not too much.
Looking good out there.
Yeah.
Maintenance. Anyway, you know, I mean, we know this stuff. We gotta be responsible. I saw. See, you wonder why I look at it a lot of times. And what it is my the door right here, the patio door, because it has reflection, and I saw movement through it. I got good eyesight. That's up. But yeah, I feel good about this. That we're pretty much done looking. I mean, I wasn't even looking for physical therapists or any kind of physical stuff. But the dude, I mean, in 17 fucking months, y'all. That's got to look kind of crazy, right? Insane, yeah. And then you run into the issue of, like I said, OCD. I wouldn't say ADHD. I mean, I wouldn't call it paranoia or schizophrenia. I mean, maybe there's some of that going on too. And I've been studying a lot about mental illnesses recently. So we got to, as a society and as a people, just say something and not allow this any longer.